So it is Wednesday, May the 3rd, and it's pretty early in the morning. We got a live beat review tonight, too. So if you guys are watching this later on, the beat review is over. But if you are watching this today, the live beat review is tonight. So check that out. But a few of you guys wanted me to make a trap beat on the MPC X Special Edition because I guess I must be the trap MPC producer on here.
Bolo!
All right, before we get started today, make sure you guys go ahead and pick up my drum kits. They all sound really dope, and they're only $10 a piece. I'm working on a new kit right now, but I'm going to be using one of my older kits today, probably the X Factor kit. But go ahead and click that link in the description and go ahead and get my drum kits. They're all pretty doggone decent. Also, if you guys need to get some new equipment, I have a link to zounds.com. It is my personal link, so you guys can go ahead and use it to get a whole bunch of equipment off the site with no credit or background check. Okay, so that means you can go ahead and get it, order it, and just pay it off over time. Now, it's not everything on the site, but it's a lot of stuff on the site that you can get with no credit or background check. And if you guys just need to just get some stuff for yourselves, just go ahead and use my link. It helps me out. And thank you to everybody who did use it so far. So today we're going to be making a beat on the MPC Special Edition, and I'm going to be making this beat with no cuts or breaks. So you're going to see all the mess ups, everything. I'm not using no keyboard. I'm going to be using everything on the MPC SE, everything. And we're going to make a trap style beat since I guess you guys want to see how to make trap beats. So for all of you people who ask how to import drums and how to do all this stuff, just watch the whole video and I'm going to try to get it done today. So let's go ahead and get it. Full beat, no cuts, no breaks. Let's get to it right now. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and change this over to 8 bars because I like to do everything in double time. And I'm gonna put this probably around about let's do it crazy time signature, 133. And then let's go ahead and pick some sounds in here. So let's try to pick some, some nice little moody sounds in here, add a piano and maybe add one more sound and then we just add some drums to it. So let's go ahead and use the Fabric XL right here, and let's use some moving pads and see what we can come up with. All right, see what we got. That sounds pretty good. I think I'm going to use that. I'm going to go right here to pad perform, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in one of my favorite scales. I'm going to do this in C minor. Sounds pretty cool. Let's go ahead and add that in there. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Of course, let's just go ahead and add like a dark piano in here as well. So let's go ahead and when you guys pick these plugins, a lot of you guys are like, well, I can't select a different plugin. Every time you go to another track and you want to use a different plugin, you have to create a new plugin program. So this is stuck on 1, which is going to play that Fabric plugin. Go ahead and press this right here and do plugin 2, and now it'll give you a new plugin right here. It's pretty easy. So now let's go ahead and go to sounds, and I'm going to go right here to the, I'm going to stick in Fabric XL. They have a lot of great sounds in here. So I'm going to stick right here. I'm going to go to pianos, classic grand, and there we go. Load times are a lot faster in here. Yeah, that's dope. Let's add that in there. All All right, that sounds pretty cool. Let's go ahead and turn some of this stuff down because it can get a little loud right here. So let's turn that piano down a little bit. All right, that sounds good. That sounds good. And then I'm gonna do another track with the piano in here, and we're gonna push this octave up a little bit. So let's go back in pad perform and push this octave up. And you know what? Let's go ahead and put this in notes. And that way it'll just play all the notes that's associated with it. So that's cool. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. So I got everything quantized. I got it quantized at a 1/16. Hope you guys can see all that. Well, you really can't because screen is kind of blocked. But I have everything quantized in a 1/16 right now. And yeah, sounds pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and add maybe one more sound. And usually I would add something using the Mini D. But since Akai did not include Mini D with all of the sounds when you bought the MPC XL, I'm not going to use that. I don't understand why they didn't include it, but that's for me not to really know. I don't know why they ain't added in there. So let's go ahead and add another let's go ahead and add another plugin in there, and let's go through some sounds and let's see what we can find in here. I might try to see what they got in this OP-X4. This is pretty interesting. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to save this because you do not want to lose your projects, even though I do have this on the backup. So let's save this. Let's go to project and let's go to beat sessions and let's just name this Bolo YT for YouTube, and let's call it 5-3 for May 3rd or something, 5-3. All right. And let's just save that for right now. I'll rename it later on. All right, so we got that in there. Let's try to find some more sounds. They got some good stuff in here. Let's go here. Well, that sounds good. I might use that, yeah. But probably go octave down. Sounds good. Let's just add that in there real quick. Ooh, that sounds kind of hard. Yeah, that's hard. Let's go ahead and turn that down a little bit. Yeah, that's hard right there. Let's go ahead now, and I think we're pretty good. I think we can add some drums in here. So instead of me like loading up my drum kits like already pre-made and stuff like that, I'm gonna go ahead and just find some sounds that I like, which is actually better because since you can't stream from the disc on here, you have to save everything in a program, and saving all the sounds of the program takes so much space. Let's just go ahead and just pick the sounds that we need. And we're gonna be using the X Factor kit today. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go right here and use a drum program. We got program 1. I'm gonna just name this so I know what's going on. I'm just gonna call this drums and just do that right there. And then now let's go and add some drums. So let's go to browse, and we're gonna go right here to the X Factor kit. We're gonna go ahead and use a clap in here so we can play it. Use that one. Add that in there too. Ooh, yeah, what was that? And then all right, so we got, and then what we're gonna do is, let me add a snare in here too. Let me add a snare, but I'll do that later on. So let's go ahead and add these hi-hats in here real quick. And let's go ahead and change this to a 1/8. And let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, so we got that done. Now let's go ahead and do this at a 1/16, and we're going to do a triplet on here to get that. And some people like to use the 1/32, but I like the 1/16 because it gives it like a different type of bounce to it. So let's go and overdub that. And we're just going to keep this real simple. I might go back in and do some other stuff, but just for time's sake, I don't want to be on here all day. I'm just going to leave that real simple just to show you guys that you can still make something dope with just simple drums. Like, you don't have to add so much stuff in here. A lot of people add so much stuff to these beats, and a lot of these beats don't really even get picked up with so much stuff in it because there's no room for the artist to get on. So leave room, leave space for the artist. So here we go. Let's use a clap. That's cool. That's cool. Now let's add. Ooh, that's kind of loud. So let's go ahead and go into the mixer right here. And as you guys can see, it's pan to one side already. Let's go ahead and just pan this over. Kind of get it just right. And turn this down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. And what I'm gonna do, I've been doing this over on my Twitch lives. I've been like going in here and like certain sounds, I've been adding like delays to them. So let me go and add this delay effect on here. Let me go right here into this delay sync right here. And let me go right here, turn this down to about wet dry to about 11 and turn this feedback down. Turn this up a little bit more. There we go. So now we got that. Oops. Yeah. You can barely hear it, but it's in there. But you can hear it. I might, you know what? Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds good like that. Now we add the other one in there. All right. Ooh. Turn it down. Yeah, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right here. Got our bass. Ooh, that thing is loud. Let's go right here. And let's turn this down a little bit. And then what we're gonna do is, so we can play the bass over all the keys, what we're gonna do is gonna hit warp samples, click on this little button right here. You can't see it, but it's the little button where it has the keys on there. And hold on, let me see if I can scoot this camera up so y'all guys can see what I'm talking about. There we go. That makes things a lot easier. This button right here, just click on that, and then it automatically sends it to where you now have a new key group, and now you have the bass in here. And since I already have everything set, I think I have everything set in key. Yeah, yeah, because I got my drums tuned in this kit. Oops, what the hell? Oh, I forgot. I put it on auto save. Thank you, MP. And since I already have it in the correct key, so let's go ahead and try to find a nice little bass line. I think I got some. I might can make some quick. Oh, that's hard. That's hard. So now what we can do now is go back to the drum kit, and we have a kick right here. And let's see how this kick sounds with the bass. We might need it, we might not. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so it did come another right there. Okay. Oh, that sounds good. I mashed it up real good. Sometimes it takes a few times, or sometimes you have to go into the grid and line the kicks ups and stuff like that, so you can line them up with the bass or whatever. So I got that right the first time. I think it might need one more sound, maybe not. But we're gonna see what we can add. Let's go back in here. Let's go to one more track, and then let's go ahead and add one more sound in here. And yeah, let's see what we got. Let's go back to the let's go to the Mellotron, and you can never go wrong with a flute. You never go wrong with a little flute. Try that. Yo, my bad, y'all. I had a setting on here where my camera cut off. My bad on that, but I'm back. Everything is still the same. Everything is still the same. My bad. All right, so cool. So we got everything in here, and we pretty much have a whole beat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sequence everything out. And how I sequence is very easy. You know what I'm saying? I just go in here, I select the first sequence right here. I just call that intro. And then I just do that. And then how I do it is I break everything up in fours. Even though I'm doing this in double time, I still break it up basically in fours. So fours will actually be eights because this beat is in double time. So I do the intro, which is 4 bars. I come in here and I do a hook. So hook is 2 parts. 8-bar hook. So this is the first part, which is the first 4 bars, hook 1. I do that. Then I copy this again. And then I do this as hook 2. And do that. And then I copy this again. And I do this as verse 1. Do that. Copy that again. And do this as verse 2. And then I copy this one more time, and then I do this as verse 3. And that's the 3 parts of the verse. So I have 12-bar verses. All right, just try to follow me on here. And so now that I do that, I can go in, I can mute the stuff I don't want in here, or I can add certain things to these tracks if I need to. So let's go ahead and go back in here. And oh, yeah, I forgot to put my tag in here. But if you guys want to listen to the finished beat, you can go ahead and go to my other page, my Bolo MP3 page, and I will have the finished beat on that page. So we're just going to pattern everything out, play it one time real quick, and then you guys can hear the finished beat over at my other page, which is Bolo MP3. So make sure you guys, listen to the finished beat over there. So let's go in here and let's mute some parts out that we don't need. We know that was the flute. We don't need that. Kick and bass. So we'll put that in there like that. So for the first part of the hook, we'll have everything in there. All right, second part of the hook, we're gonna leave everything in there. And then actually, we're gonna take that kick out. And And then we'll come back in here. We're gonna do the first part of the verse, and then we're gonna take that flute out, leave the kick back in there. We're gonna leave that in there. And then actually probably take out that and that first low piano in there, take that out. And then the second part, we're gonna leave everything in there except for the flute. We're gonna take the flute out. And then the third part of the verse, we're gonna take this here kick out, and then and take that flute out. That's gonna be in the chorus part. And then now we have a whole song. So now what we do is we go to main, we go to song, and we pattern this whole thing out. So what we do is we hit record, make sure we're on that first little group right here. And then you'll see intro, hook 1, hook 2, V1, V2, V3. So we're going to do intro, hook 1, hook 2, V1, V2, V3. Another hook, V1, V2, V3 for another verse and another hook. So we have an intro, a hook, verse, hook, and then we're done. And then we just go ahead and press play. So this is what we have. That sounds pretty good. So it just shows that you can go ahead and make trap beats in here really easy without even using a keyboard. You can just do everything with the MPC Special Edition. Everything loads up real good. Everything works great inside of here. I'm very happy to have this. Shout out to Akai, and shout out to all y'all who, have got me to this point to where, I can get this and show you guys this stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. The beat will be over at my other page at Bolo MP3. So I would try to post this as soon as possible so you guys can hear the completed beat. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out.